The future we see. I see a future for Ghana where leadership is young and female. We live in a century often touted by some as the best century in human history to be alive in. Unfortunately, it is still not a great time to be young and to be female. For one, the world's leadership remains male and old, and women and young people are about to struggle over the years with little progress in making it to the very top of governance and leadership. As Ghana aspires to a period of socio-economic prosperity marked by growth and development, it is indeed time to embrace a gender and generational shift within its governance and leadership structure. We must prioritize women and youth in leadership because it is pivotal to achieving sustainable development. Sadly, many have found various reasons as to why and how women and young people cannot lead. But also some countries have asked, why not? And I'll give you the example of Finland. They have proven to the world that it is possible. Not only is the country led by the youngest prime minister in the world at the age of 84, its coalition government was formed with all 5 party leaders being female. Key governmental ministries are led by persons who are female and young. It comes as no surprise, therefore, that Finland has, for example, been able to manage the coronavirus effectively. The coronavirus pandemic has defied every claim to technological advancements in health and disaster risk preparedness by governments and countries the world over. However, there are a few countries who have handled the pandemic with admirable success. Apart from Finland, some of those other countries include New Zealand, Germany, Croatia, Iceland, Finland, Norway, just to mention a few. Also is Taiwan, and all of these territories are led by women. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have ample evidence of the fact that female leadership is effective, efficient, and the way we should go. Therefore, I envision a Ghana with a leadership that is female and young. A female and young leadership will transform this country into the Ghana that we want to see. This vision is, however, confronted by a myriad of significant challenges, both institutional, systemic, socio-cultural, and economic, among others. What we have is that women and young people have to contend with discriminative practices, institutions, and attitudes that restrict their leadership and full participation in public life. Women and girls are also disadvantaged by unequal access to the resources needed to become effective leaders. And then, there is the heartbreaking reality of sexual and gender-based violence. In the last 2 weeks, for example, our media spaces have been flooded by many stories of rape, defilement, and domestic violence perpetrated against young girls and adolescents. All of these hurt the chances that young people and women have in reaching their full potential and breaking the glass ceilings. Very sad. But all is not lost yet. Despite the daunting challenges, I believe we can still realize the future that we see. A Ghana with leadership that is young and female. It takes commitment, passion, and dedication on the part of leadership at all levels to make this happen. The leadership of the United Nations system has exemplified this, and that is despite the density and complexity of its structure and processes. On assumption of office in 2017, Mr. Antonio Guterres, the UN Secretary General, initiated a system-wide strategy of achieving gender parity in the composition of the organization's leadership. And barely halfway into his 5-year tenure, that objective has been achieved with the senior management group of the UN and among its resident coordinators. And today, the full-time senior leaders of the UN, that is the Assistant Secretary Generals and the Under Secretary Generals, are made up of 90 women and 90 men. Perfect ratio. I see a future Ghana where leadership is young and female. It is possible. And to do this, we need to achieve 2 major shifts, which I would like to call the 2 Gs, that is, the gender shift and the generational shift. To trigger those 2 Gs, we in UNFPA Ghana, we follow the example of the Secretary General, In 2018, we introduced a Youth Leaders Fellowship that invests in leadership development and inclusion of young people. And by that single stroke, we were able to achieve those two shifts, that is, the gender shift and the generational shift. We achieved it in our country office. Now, our gender composition moved from a 66 to 34% ratio to a 50-50% ratio. Youth parity also moved from a 90 to 10% ratio to a 50-50 ratio. For these milestones to be achieved, it took will, commitment, and significant policy changes. And today, that is all I ask of you and all our leaders in Ghana. Let us give space to the youth. Let us give space to the female. I see a Ghana beyond age, propelled by leadership that is young and female. I see a Ghana where the rights of everyone is propelled by leadership that is young and female. I see a Ghana that is leader in Africa, propelled by leadership that is young and female. I see a prosperous Ghana under a leadership that is young and female. Let us work together to achieve this. This is the future that I see. This is the future that we can all see. And let us make it a reality. Together, let us build a future for Ghana that is led by the young and female. Thank you very much.